This is your home for the Cardinals. Eudora Sports Live.
Van Dong in motion. The give is to Moody. Moody ducks down and dives in. He's standing over the ball. He's going to take it quickly. Looking across the field, and he's got it! It's Jude Whalen. And now Addy Hephill puts it away for the Cards. They'll take a 2-set lead. Hendrickson in motion, give to Duncan. Duncan, and he trucks the safety. Is he in?
It's time for the Cardinals on your home for Eudora High School Athletics. Eudora Sports Live.
All right, hello everybody, welcome in here. It's going to be a different look today, an audio-only broadcast. And we've also, unfortunately, got a pretty obstructed view of the scoreboard. That's the best I could do for you guys here today. We're about to get into the national anthem here in the stadium, so I will take a moment. But you are in the right place for Eudora basketball. The ladies about to play the Bishop Miege Stags.
Coaches, administrators, and authority figures, and of course, the teams and your opponents. Let's make today's contest great by remembering to respect the game. Remember, sportsmanship starts with me. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please rise for our national anthem.
Ready to get going here in Bridenthal Court. We are in Kansas City, Kansas here today. It's going to be the state quarterfinals. The Cards matching up with the same team that eliminated them last year, that beat them at this exact stage last season. They come in as the 3 seed, taking on the 6 seed. This Stags team have tasted quite a bit more defeat this season than the Cards as we close in on our Wolf Diagnostic and Automotive opening tip-off. Since 2005, Wolf Diagnostic and Automotive have been keeping Eudora moving. You can find them at 208 East Street. From tune-ups to major repairs, they service all makes and models with honesty and care. Call 785-542-5152 today. And Wolf Diagnostic will get you back on the road quickly. That is the Eudora contingent you're hearing right now. There is very good representation for your Cards. This court is split down the middle, the left side entirely full with people in Cardinals blue and navy, and the right side all in a vibrant red for the Stags. When the Lady Cards stepped out on the court, they were first met with a ton of applause from your Eudora support, and then a chorus of boos, and it was loud, of the Miege support. They have a full student section here, and they are going to take ownership of the right side of the court. They're currently running through the roster, but not yet starting lineups. We can get to that in a moment. It's just going to be me with you here today, Reed McAvoy, for this audio-only broadcast. And I will be with you back again tomorrow over all the way in Salina for the boys matchup. They have upset multiple opponents and will be playing tomorrow in the state quarterfinals. About to get to your Cardinals starting lineups here. Peyton Lewis, Bryn Dieterding, Izzy Brunkow, Ava Dye, and Jayla Coulter. So no surprises in that Cardinals starting five. The same one that has won them 21 games this year, got them to this stage this season. They have been phenomenal. They are a defense-first team. It has been a really, really successful season for them. Only one senior on the roster, Avery Warren. And this Cardinals team is still just as fantastic as it was last year, maybe even better. That will really be determined tonight, I suppose you could say, or this afternoon rather, because last year they got to this exact stage against this exact opponent, and that was where the season ended, to the hands of the Stags. Can they go further this year? They had a 10-game win streak come to an end against Hayden Catholic, another private school, but since then have been able to get a couple wins in the postseason. They are already regional champs, sub-state champs, Frontier League champs. Can they move on past the quarterfinals here? So we are about to get our opening tip-off and get underway here. As the Miege fans ringing out. The Cardinals will be going left to right. The Stags win opening tip-off. They are going right to left here in the Blue Devils Bridenthal court. Starting five for them, they've got Finley LeMay, Scarlett Singleton, Mary Grant, Jayla McClinton, and Erin Erskine. And they will hit a three here. Jayla McClinton. And now Lewis pulling up from three, and we're tied. Moving quicker than I can talk. I'll try and catch up for you guys. It's 3-3 already. She's a freshman, raids out from the Cards. Peyton Lewis getting her name on the sheet already. Stags still at the top of the arc right now. Matched up with Brunkow is number 5. She pulls up from 2 and airballs it. Cards fans gonna let her hear it for that one. It goes out. It'll be a Cardinals basketball. Both fans already having a lot to cheer about. Coulter makes her way down court. She's at half court, now crosses into the attacking area, driving towards the basket, out to Dieterding on the far side. Now top of the arc, in for Dye, and she can't get a hand on it. It was too high of a pass for her and goes out of bounds, so the Cardinals' possession goes empty. Energetic start here, back and forth first minute. Both teams converting on their first shot from 3, and then an empty possession each. Leading her team, Mary Grant, the 5'9" senior, passes to LeMay at the top of the arc. Now a corner 3 here, pulled up, and another air ball. This is Erin Erskine, overshot that one. Lewis comes down with it, races down court immediately. She's standing near the paint. Brunkow now, Dye back outside of the arc, drives into the paint, puts it up, Cards lead, 5-3. Frenetic start here. Grant at midcourt, now into the attacking half. Driving against Brunkow, edge of the paint, into the corner for Erskine. Back to Grant, she pulls up from 3, and it hits off the front of the rim, no good. Coulter comes away with it, racing down court, all by herself, now in a one-on-one. The defender goes down, and it's going to be a foul there. No, they give it to the Cards. I thought they were going to be calling a blocking, but it is a charge drawn by Coulter. So to the line as she goes for 2 here. And Coulter converts on her first. She has been a big part of this energetic start, going end to end. and puts the Cards up by 4. Mary Grant with the ball at midcourt. Brunkow right in her face. Grant looking to her coach to get the call. Now passes out of the area. Left side of this arc, near side now. Dribbling back across, now working against Lewis. Not able to find any passes. Now she connects Finley LeMay, the far right side of the arc. LeMay working against Coulter. She goes, and the whistle's gonna blow there. The Cardinals draw a foul. Or no, rather she stepped out, they say. Just barely stepped out right in front of the Cardinals bench. Coach Parker pumped his fist when the call was made. Coulter has the ball at midcourt. Now she's at the top of the arc, now driving right side of the paint, looking for Lewis, finds Lewis. Lewis now at the top of the paint. Looking for a teammate under pressure. A couple defenders. Coulter long two, no good. Hits off the front of the rim. Brought down by Scarlett Singleton, and quickly they find Grant. They clearly want the ball in her hands. She puts up a shot that goes no good. Dye comes down with it. Meanwhile, away from the ball, Dieterding tumbled to the floor. She's back on her feet. Brunkow has it at midcourt. Brunkow at the top of the three-point arc. Looking for anyone. Everybody is covered. She looks for Dieterding, and it's going to be a giveaway. Dieterding did not have her eyes on Brunkow, and Brunkow did not really have any options. And there will be a and one here. Dieterding was looking for the charging call, but she gets hit with the foul. It's an and one for Jayla McClinton. So we are back within 2, and we might get even closer here. Dieterding talking to the ref, wanting to understand that call a little bit more. As we see our first sub, Lucille Schweitzer, will come in for Erin Erskine, the freshman. Erskine going out, Schweitzer a junior. And the free throw is no good, so it stays a 2-point gap. Cardinals on top here by 2. Dieterding in the paint, out to Lewis, corner 3, goes! Payne Lewis! She's already hit 2 of those and puts the Cardinals up to double digits. They're feeling good here over Miege right now. Grant at the top of the arc. Passes to the sub, Schweitzer in the corner, back to Grant. Working against Brunkow, who's not giving her an inch. She now backs up and looks to her coach. Grant wants to know what the play call here is. She's still got the ball. Very hesitant. She pulls up from 3 now, comes up well short, and it goes out. Cardinals ball. Miege look very hesitant right now. They are unsure of what they want to do, and everybody seems to be marked. They've also taken a point off the board. They called Lewis's shot a long 2. It's interesting. I can't, I'm the only one that can see it here. It's my job to describe it as Dye goes up, draws a shooting foul in the paint. She'll go to the line, so maybe we will hit that 10-point mark. But the arc here is very interesting. We've got the men's college three-point arc in front of the girls' three-point arc, and so it is. And the court, it's stained differently. Inside the men's three-point arc, as Dye converts this. So it is a very confusing visual to know if you're actually pulling up for 3 or not. You'll be standing inside one arc and behind another, as Dye will go 1 of 2 here at the line. So I don't fault Lewis too much, or at all, for not knowing that was a long 2. She did celebrate it like it was a 3, but it ended up being a 2-point basket. Here's a 3-point shot for the Stags that goes Finley LeMay. Jayla Coulter at midcourt. Trying to find a space. She gets a pick from Dye out to Brunkow in the corner. Dieterding for 3. No good. Bounces off and rebounded by the Stags. LeMay came down with it. Floats it up to try and get past the Cardinals press. Finding a teammate. Falling to the floor was number 12 there, McClinton, but she was able to get it away and find a teammate. So Stags still have possession here in the hands of Singleton and now LeMay. They get it to Grant. Grant drives left side of the paint. A foul, though, called on the floor against Izzy Brunkow. Brunkow a little exasperated with the call. And now the lone senior for the Cards, Avery Warren, will check in place of Izzy Brunkow. the Baker commit. Cardinals up here. They get the Stags get the inbound. They find Schweitzer and now get it back to Grant. They clearly want it in her hand. She floats up a pass into the paint that is out of the reach of her teammate and goes out of bounds. Cardinals ball. Apologies, I'm sure I'm not painting a perfect picture for you. I'm not used to the radio style. I am trying my best here. Cards on the inbound. Coulter has it at midcourt. Now passing midcourt, strolling down the left side. Now drives to the basket. She had a burst of speed, was denied, but it's a foul. She stepped past 3 defenders, and Finley LeMay met her in the paint, put a hand on the ball, and gets called for the foul. So Coulter to the line again. Cardinals have drawn 3 fouls at this point. And I'm seeing also that the scoreboard is flipped. Apologies about that. I might be able to try and get a camera shot of a different scoreboard here, but I'm going to let it be for now. Know that the Cardinals are on top, and Coulter adds a couple more. She's got 4 points, all from the line. 12-8, Cardinals lead. Grant against Avery Warren, standing right at midcourt on the KCC logo. Now drives to the far side, gives it to LeMay, who shoots from 3. Oh, beautiful shot from her. She has hit 2 threes, and both of them have been perfectly weighted. That one was from the middle right edge of the arc. Dieterding now goes to Dye, who's at the far corner of the arc. Steps past 1 into the paint, goes up high, way too high off the glass, comes down no good. Stags have the ball. Singleton finds Grant. Grant backs away from Avery Warren, top of the arc. Finds Singleton at the right side of the 3-point arc. Now across for Schweitzer. And into Grant in the paint, who lost the handle. Falls back to the corner. She recovers. She switches it all the way across to the dangerous Finley LeMay, who gets it back to Grant, who drives, goes up, and no good off the front of the rim, and Peyton Lewis comes down with it. The Cards maintain their lead. Lewis at midcourt. Slowing things down, letting Dieterding and co catch up. She's now got everyone in support. Spins at the left side of the paint, shoots it, no good. She was through a little bit of contact there, maybe hoping to draw a foul. It didn't go. LeMay came down with it and already is inside her 3-point arc. Gets it across to Singleton all by herself. She shoots from 3 off the back of the rim, no good. But Schweitzer with a great rebound in the paint. Dieterding fell to the floor. And now she fights for this rebound and will get called for a foul. She's jumping up, trying to slap it away from the waiting Stags players, and gets hit with a foul, a third against the Cards. Carly Owens will come in, and Izzy Brunkow will return to the court. Dieterding and Coulter both go out. So Owens getting her first minutes, Brunkow back on the court. Avery Warren and Carly Owens, the 2 subs out there, changed from the starting 5. And a bounce pass here is going to bounce far too low for the Stags and run out of bounds. Their possession goes empty, and the Cards still lead. 1:01 left in the quarter. Brunkow gets it to Dye at the left side of the arc. She spins into the paint, passes back out for Lewis. This is a 3 for sure, and it goes! Peyton Lewis has 8 points. Grant working against Warren, trying to find space, drives into the paint, puts it up, and it goes. A good shot there. Mary Grant gets her first points. Ava Dye already at the top of the key. Passes it out for Owens. Corner, near-sided corner, now out to Brunkow at the top of the arc. She slows it down, dribbles back towards midcourt. 16 seconds on the clock. Brunkow runs, tried to get around the defense, and she put herself in a bad situation. Just had to lob it towards the basket, and it was never going to go. Now the Stags have a chance here with 5 seconds. Grant wants the lead. No good off the back of the rim. They get a rebound here and run out of time. The Cardinals will lead through 1, a 15-13 first quarter here.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local.
All right, welcome back in your second quarter. I've got a better scoreboard for you now. We've got some nice monitors here in the Bridenthal court that are also being used as scoreboard. So effectively, we've got 4 here in the court. Cardinals start with the ball here. They've got the lead. It's been a solid first quarter, mainly Peyton Lewis draining a couple threes and a long 2. Die in the paint. Her basket goes off the back of the rim. Her shot, rather, goes off the back of the rim. No good. So the first possession for the Cards goes empty here in Q2. Grant continues to lead things for her team. Passes it now to Erskine in the paint. She spins back to Grant. Top of the free throw line. She ties the game. Grant has 4 points. Dieterding passes it to Lewis, top of the arc for her. She steps back, gets it to Die. Die, bounce pass to Dieterding. She fumbles it, never really had the handle on it. Grant takes it away. Stags now have possession. It's McClinton going down court. She gets it back to Grant, of course. Schweitzer into McClinton, edge of the key. She's trying to work into the paint against Die. A very physical battle there between those two. And she could not convert. Dieterding swipes it away. Lewis on the floor. I can't even describe exactly how that happened, but the Cards swiped it away, and now Brunkow has it in the far corner. Dieterding, top of the key, spins, sets her feet, and a really ambitious effort there, almost went for her. She set her feet, then had to take a really long pivot step to shoot, but it never was going to go for her. Grant gives her team the lead. Cards have not yet scored 2 baskets. For Miege at the start of this quarter gives them the lead. Dieterding gives it to Die for 3. She's standing all alone, but can't get it off the front of the rim. No good. Grant comes down with it. She will slowly lead her team down court. Matched up with Brunkow. Floats it into McClinton, who swipes it and scores. She just passed it, an elevated pass up to McClinton, who stands 6'1", does the senior. And she was able to basically moss the Cardinals defense in the paint. Brought it in, shot it, and scored. Dieterding standing at midcourt here, looking a little tired, a little exhausted with this quick, fast, back and forth energy that this game has had. She gets it to Die at the edge of the paint, who she shoots, no good. Not a good start to the quarter for the Cards. Continuing to fire blanks in the second quarter. Grant at the top of the arc, center. Passes it to Schweitzer. And now in the corner here for Erskine, back to Grant at the top. Grant still with it. Dieterding staring intently at the ball. Now LeMay gets it at the middle part of the far side of the arc. LeMay drained a couple threes thus far, still has it. Now passes to Erskine, who has a little bit of space, drives into the paint, and Die was able to swipe it away from her. Coulter in a 1v1 racing down court. She hesitates to try and get Grant, but Grant is able to stop her. Brunkow, though, maintains possession. Now Dieterding with a long 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Still loose in the paint, and Grant will pick it up and come away with it. Mary Grant, the leader for this Stags team. She's driving down court, working against Brunkow. Now hands it off. And in the corner now for Erskine. LeMay, she's dangerous. She drives along the baseline, puts it up, and gets it to go. Cards still have not scored, and Coach Parker, no. Actually, Miege will call their first time out here as they are on a hot run, and they want to keep it that way. They're going to talk things over. The Cards trailing by 6 here. They led the quarter by 2 when it began, but through 3.5 minutes, they have yet to score. The Stags still looking a little uncomfortable on offense, but right now the shots are just going for them. They have been able to get it to go. They've tried that float pass to McClinton in the paint a couple times. It hadn't worked until just recently when she was able to use that 6'1" frame to her advantage, brought it down and scored. The Cards still right there in this one, but they need to start getting their shots to drop just like they were in that first quarter. It has been 9 points to Miege here in Q2. Rather, 8 points to Miege. It started 15-13, and it's now 15-21. Dieterding has the ball at midcourt out of the timeout. Working against Grant. Now standing at the edge of the paint, spins, sets her feet, passes out to Dye. Dye now driving, spinning in the paint, pulls up to shoot, and scores. The Cards have their first points in the second quarter. Ava Dye has 5. Mary Grant still in her own half. Brunkow applying the pressure. Now crosses over the midcourt line, and now inside the arc to the corner for LeMay. She's dangerous, but this one won't go, and Dye rebounds it uncontested. She takes her time getting down court, has Dieterding to her left, but she keeps it for herself. Now to the top of the key, in the paint, finds Dieterding, who's going to wrap things around, slow it down a bit. Now drives, draws a foul on the floor against Mary Grant. It'll be a Cardinals inbound. We've seen this typically go to Ava Dye, but she's going to be matched up with McClinton, who's 6'1", so that play won't work. Instead, they go to Lewis in the paint, and she can score it. Very nicely done there by the Cards. And Peyton Lewis, the freshman, has 10. So out of that timeout, things going well for the Cards. LeMay has it at the now top of the arc, working against Brunkow, trying to find any space against her. She passes it off to a teammate at the left side of the arc. It's a McClinton in the paint against Dye. She goes and scores. Ava Dye looked helpless there. Her 5'8" frame, no chance against the 6'1" McClinton. Here is Ava Dye matched up with McClinton now at the edge of the paint, and a good poke there by Schweitzer. She just threw a hand out, took it away from Dye. She wasn't even marking Dye. She was marking another Cardinals player, but was able to poke it away. So the Stags have the ball back here with their 4-point lead. Grant right at the top of the arc against Brunkow. Into the corner now for LeMay. LeMay brings it back to the front, goes to Schweitzer. Schweitzer at the top of the paint. Grant now gets it right from the free throw line. She will shoot and score. Dieterding crosses midcourt, matched up with Grant, right side of the arc, and a timeout called by Coach Parker. Things were going well for the Cardinals for a moment there out of that Stags timeout, but they stopped going their way, so Coach Parker wanted to talk things over as they are down by 6 here. It's been a really good quarter for the Stags. They've got 12 points to the Cardinals 4. It's 25-19 right now. Parker talking things over with his squad. He passed 100 wins during this season. This Miege team had come out slowly, but the things that weren't clicking for them have really started to hit. So I'm specifically thinking with Jayla McClinton, the 6'1" senior. She did not look very comfortable in that first quarter. The Cards were able to negate her effectiveness, and she has grown into this game. Cards now back with the ball out of the timeout, and Coulter will draw a foul on the floor. So we get another Cardinals inbound. McClinton again on Dye, who would normally be the target for these. Peyton Lewis, actually an inch taller than Ava Dye, 5'9". She got the last one and scored. Stags make a sub. They take out Finley LeMay and sub in Scarlett Singleton. The inbound goes to Coulter, and the Cards just get it back outside the arc. Now Dieterding lost her defender, got it to Dye, who's denied by McClinton. I'm not sure why Dieterding didn't go herself. She passed it to Dye, who was covered. And McClinton with a really good denial, and then Grant on the other side shoots no good. Dye brings down the rebound and then jukes the defender hard. Finds Avery Warren, who's out there for the Cards out of the timeout. Warren into Coulter. Coulter's shot no good. She was shooting over 3 defenders in the paint. Always going to be tough for that one. Grant now has it and is slowing things down. She'll be matched up with Warren, who has come in for Brunkow. 100 seconds to go before halftime. Only 4 points for the Cards this quarter compared to the 12 of Bishop Miege. Here's a 3-point shot coming from Singleton, no good. From the right side of the arc, but then the rebound, Dieterden couldn't get it. Instead, Schweitzer gets it, who finds McClinton, who can't score, but gets the rebound and now does convert on the putback. She seems to be every inch of 6'1" all of a sudden after that first quarter where she felt small. Dieterden gets a shot to go on the quick counter. Those are actually her first points. Grant not rushing things. She wants to take this lead into halftime. Working against Warren, now speeds things up a bit past half court. Now working to the left side into the corner. A corner 3 will come from her teammate, 15, Gabby Calderon, who subbed into this game to get her first minutes. Her 3 went no good. Now Dye has it, top of the paint, right at the free throw line. Goes to Coulter in the corner, along the baseline, back to Dye in the paint, shoots, scores. Great play there by the Cards. Dye has 7. Grant wants to have her team get the last shot here as the shot clock is now off. Warren gives her a little bit of space. Grant looks to the bench to get her play call. Still not out of the zone here. Needs to move quickly. Parker looking at the referee, wanting this indication, and finally Grant will exit that area. Go to a corner 3 from Singleton, which is not good. Dye has 3 seconds here to get something off. She needs to shoot now. She doesn't. She gets it up, and no good. She seemed a little bit lost on how much time was left there, but did get the shot off. It was much too high. So a 4-point lead for Miege. The Cards put up 8 points that quarter to Bishop Miege's 14. They will go to the halftime locker room trailing by 4 here in the state quarterfinals.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
All right, welcome in here to our halftime show brought to us by Attic Storage of Eudora. Attic offers climate-controlled units, RV and vehicle storage, plus clean, move-in ready spaces. They are a veteran-owned, community-focused business that features monitored 24/7 access with friendly on-site managers. Rent, reserve, and pay online anytime at attic-storage.com. So 23-27 is our score. The Stags on top here after they trailed through one. It was a really frenetic entire first half, especially that first quarter. But I think things really started to click for the Stags in the second quarter. Right at the end there, the Cardinals started to get some fight back. I think that the Cardinals just went a little bit cold while Miege were playing hot. I don't think that the Cardinals necessarily have anything much to worry about. But they need to, if they do have anything to worry about, it is Jayla McClinton. I said that it feels like all of a sudden she's every inch of 6'1". Maybe it feels like even more. After a first quarter where she felt rather small, the Cardinals were really able to shut her down. They're going to need to try and get back to that, whether that means marking her up with Brunkow. They've got Dye matched up on her right now. She's been doing fine too. She's, probably the defensive player of the year for the Cards. So you got no problem with having her on there. There's just a 5-inch advantage for McClinton then, if you've got that you have to think about. So it's she has been able to use that now. They're trying to get it in the paint, which has been a struggle for most teams against the Cardinals. But when you've got somebody that is literally head and shoulders above her opponents, you can really try and pull that off. It wasn't going very well for them in that first quarter. They tried to float a couple passes to her. They were either out of reach or she only kind of got a hand to it, but it just wasn't going how she wanted, how she needed it to. But in that second quarter, they were really able to connect with her. She had a couple shots that she missed, and she was able to get the putback. And so she is something that if the Cardinals are going to win this game, they need to slow her down at minimum, maybe shut her down completely. So we will see how that goes in the second half. For the Cards, Peyton Lewis has been leading the charge in terms of scoring. She's got 10 points thanks to multiple three-point baskets. Ava Dye has 7. Dieterding with a couple, and Coulter with 4, all from the line. That's another thing that the Cards did very well in the first quarter that went away in the second quarter, is they were drawing fouls, and not just that, they were drawing shooting fouls. I think they went to the line on 3 occasions at least. Yes, Coulter went twice and Dye went once, and they went 5 of 6 at the line. There were no shooting fouls in that second half, or that second quarter. So that's something that, and that's maybe more on what the Stags are doing. But the Cards, well, actually the Cards did get fouled, and it was just fouls on the floor. So, if you can try to anticipate that or play for that and get a shot off while you're being fouled, that could be very big for the Cards in the second half. They are right there for sure, but they did slow down quite a bit. They put up 15 points in the first quarter compared to the Stags 13. That second quarter, the Stags scored 14 to the Cardinals 8. So the Cardinals still with the best quarter in this game with that 15-point first quarter, but they got slashed in half in that second quarter with really some late fight back to thank for that 8 points that they've got here, that they got. So they are within 4, certainly within reach here, but they do trail, and they've got to shut down McClinton. It's also been really interesting to see how this team, how the Stags approach things. They get the ball to their 5'9" senior Mary Grant every single time, and then she really will hold on to the ball for a long time before she is comfortable to pass it to a teammate. She may even end up not passing it to a teammate, but she will hesitate. She will look to her bench, look to their coach Mike Allen to try and get the play call. She'll still keep dribbling. She'll back up. She'll go forward. She'll be staring with either Brunkow or Avery Warren, and then a lot of times she'll decide to try and dribble past and then pass out to somebody outside the arc. But she's running down the shot clock, running down the game clock, and feeling very hesitant for how things want to go. But while in the first quarter that seemed like they were uncomfortable, in the second quarter it seemed a lot more methodical. They were connecting, they were doing a lot more of what they wanted to and converting on shots. The teams have re-entered the court here, but we've still got a good amount of time left in this halftime break. It looks like a couple minutes and change. So we will go to another break on this Attic Storage of Eudora halftime show. We've got Reed McAvoy here on Eudora Sports Live with the call.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Hey, I'm Mike Grope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright.
Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do.
And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's...
All right, in here for the second half. Teams back out on the court. It'll be a Stags ball to start things. Mary Grant will begin with the ball right at midcourt. The Stags up on top here. The inbound finds LeMay. She gets it to the corner for Erskine. Erskine back across the wing. And this pass gets away from LeMay into the backcourt. The Cardinals will get the ball on a backcourt violation. So a backcourt violation on Miege's first possession out of the halftime break. Gives the ball to the Cardinals here, a chance to work on this 4-point deficit. The inbound gets Coulter right at midcourt. Coulter drives past the wing to the low post, passes out to Dieterding, drives across, now to Dye on the far low post, and she gets denied by who else? McClinton gets those hands up and shuts Dye down. Dye now had a chance to try and swipe it away from Grant, who's matched up with Brunkow, but Grant did very well to escape the danger. She drives it to the post, shoots, and Grant scores. Quickly, the Cardinals move. Coulter was about to shoot, and LeMay never let her leave the floor. The Cardinals moved extremely quickly down court through Jayla Coulter, and she couldn't even get that shot off, so the Stags now have the ball back. They're in danger of maybe trying to pull away a bit. Erskine from the wing shoots a three, no good. Dieterding gets the rebound uncontested, but quickly Erskine puts some pressure. Now Brunkow at the near-sided wing. The Cardinals now going right to left. Dye with the behind-the-back shot, no good, but Dieterding gets the putback, scores. So the Cards going right to left, the Stags left to right. Grant right at midcourt. Working against Brunkow, top of the three-point arc. Now to the wing, hands it off. Singleton stands at the top of the arc, dribbled off of her knee, but able to pick it back up in the face of Brunkow, hands it off to Grant. Grant drives to the high post, shoots, and in and out, no good. Coulter gets it with the head of steam. She's moving down court in a 1v3. She finds Lewis, who was there in support, now stands at the top of the free throw line. Brunkow with the long two, no good. Shot from the wing there for a short two that didn't go. And Grant comes up with the rebound. So Cards have 2 points in the quarter to the Miege's 2 as well. Singleton at the far wing. It's it to LeMay, top of the key. She gets it to McClinton. McClinton scores. That puts her past double digits and puts her team over 30. She really is the difference in this game, in this second quarter beyond of this one. Dieterding with the long two that does not go and brought down by Singleton in the paint. Grant gets it. Top of the arc now to the wing, far wing. Now she backs away into the corner for Erskine. Singleton has it, top of the three-point arc, matched up with Lewis. Erskine, no real pressure on her, but she hesitates to take a three. Instead finds Grant, who shoots a corner three and scores. And there will be a timeout as the Cards now trail by 9. So Coach Parker really wants to talk things over here and needs to. His Cards have only put up a couple points to Miege's 7. So they find themselves down by 9. Right now, shots are just going for Miege. There might not be for the Cards. It doesn't necessarily feel like they're playing significantly worse or that Miege is playing significantly better, but they are getting their shots to drop and the Cardinals are not. And that is going to be the difference every single time. Cards need to get going here. We've also really seen the three-point ball go away. Specifically, Peyton Lewis hasn't really had the opportunities to pull up for those long shots. But really, the Cardinals just have to neutralize McClinton. That is what was going well, and that is what is going wrong when things were going well for Eudora and now are not. Back out of the timeout, the Cards with their starting 5 on the floor. Same can be said for Miege. It'll be Brunkow to inbound in the defensive half. She gets it to Coulter at the top of her own free throw line. Now at midcourt, matched up with Finley LeMay. Gets it to Dye, top of the arc, drives to the paint, shoots and scores. Ava Dye up to 9 points. Grant against Brunkow, midcourt. Back facing to Brunkow, now turns. Still near midcourt, now gets out of the area. Gets it to LeMay at the wing, into Grant in the paint, low post, shoots, no good off the front of the rim. Dieterding swipes that rebound. Moving down court, her teammates backing her up. Dieterding's gonna drive to the basket herself, shoot no good, but get her own rebound. Out to Dye, who's now in the paint, low post, fadeaway shot, goes! In the face of McClinton, she was falling away and scored. Ava Dye might be the catalyst of good things for the Cards right now, and that's gonna be a matter of what she can do against McClinton. Grant with the ball at the wing, now low post, shoots and gets it to go. Oh my goodness, a bit of a fortunate bounce, but also a ridiculous finish in the face of multiple Cardinals defenders. It rolled in off the low part of the glass. Coulter drives to the far wing, hands it off to Lewis, who brings it back to the center, and now Dieterding on the near wing to Dye right at the top of the arc. Matched with McClinton, she steps past her, shoots, and one for Ava Dye. It took a couple bounces on the back of the rim and went, and she will also go to the line. She is currently getting the better of McClinton, that's for sure. That is what the Cardinals need to happen here. I know I'm a bit of a broken record, but McClinton is the difference, and Dye is the one who has been tasked with that matchup. So if she can score points like that, that will be a big thing for the Cards. And she hits the and one, so she has 14 points in this game. And the Cardinals back within 4 where this quarter began. Grant against Brunkow at midcourt, hands it off to Singleton. Singleton top of the arc, matched with Lewis, gets it back to Grant at the far wing. Now LeMay, top of the arc, out to Erskine on the near wing, all by herself, shoots a three, no good. Lewis rebounds, uncontested. She leads the charge down court, now hands it off to Ava Dye. Left side, and a travel call takes away what might have been a sure basket there for Dye. She can't believe it. I didn't see it, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. Dye got called the second she was handed that ball pretty much. She must have stutter-stepped, hit with a travel call that takes away a big possession there for the Cards. Would have been able to get them back within one basket, but instead the Stags have the ball back. Avery Warren out there for the Cards in place of Brunkow. Grant has it, matched up with Warren. Tries to step past the Baker commit and floats one up, and there's going to be a charging call on Grant. Dieterding drawing it in the paint. A second foul on Mary Grant gives the Cardinals the empty possession that they needed to force there on the Stags. And now they will make a substitution. Gabby Calderon goes out. Lucille Schweitzer returns to the court. Schweitzer didn't start, but she has got plenty of minutes off the bench. Miege are up here by 4. Dieterding, top of the arc, working against Singleton. Bounces it to Lewis, far corner. Steps now into the wing, gets it to Dieterding. Dieterding backing away, slowing things down. Lewis at the wing, wants the three, shoots no good. Brought down by LeMay. LeMay now top of the three-point arc, hands it to Mary Grant, matched up with Coulter this time, instead of Avery Warren, who's on LeMay in the far corner. Coulter trying to put some coverage on Grant, forces her to pass it to Singleton, who will drive into the paint. A left-handed finish for her will go. Dye drives to the near wing, floats one to Avery Warren, and it was much too high. That would have gone over most of her teammates' heads, and it's going to especially sail over the head of the 5'3" Avery Warren. So an empty possession for the Cards. That one hurts. Owens will come in for Lewis, and Brunkow returns for Warren. Cards still within 6, but definitely not firing on all cylinders right now. Brunkow matched up with Grant, got a hand to the ball, but didn't take it away from her. Right at midcourt. Under 2 to go. Grant in no hurry. Has Calderon to her right, who's back out on the court. Now on her left. She finds Calderon, left wing, she shoots, no good, a low arcing three, and then Coulter with a phenomenal rebound. She drives down court, Brunkow on the wing, Dieterding still on that same wing, drives, pass over her head, Coulter scores from the low post. Dieterding did a pass there over her shoulder behind the back to split 3 different defenders. Found Coulter in space, who finished. Cards back within 4. They've been able to hold that margin but not get it any closer. McClinton has it in the paint and against 3 defenders, won't score but will rebound, won't score again, rebounds again and scores. 3 defenders there could not stop her from getting 2 rebounds and eventually getting the putback at the 3rd time. Dieterding, top of the arc. Now Coulter, I think this is a 3. It was right on the line. Either way, it won't go. And Grant rebounds. Grant going to try and race to the basket before the defense gets set. A fadeaway shot from the edge of the free throw line, no good. 40 seconds to go. Cards need to get something back here. Might at least get back within that 4-point margin. Dieterding shoots a 3 from the wing. It goes! She was prodding away, looked like she was going to take her time, and said, if you're not going to pressure me, I'm going to shoot, and gets the Cards back within 3 with 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Grant in no rush against Brunkow. She hesitates to try and find space. Brunkow with some really good coverage. LeMay wants a wing 3, no good. Dye rebounds. Cards actually, oh no. What's it going to be? The Cards, Dieterding and Dye were both fighting each other over the rebound, and it ended up bobbling out of bounds. There's going to be 1 second here on this inbound for the Stags. The Cards will send in Lewis for Owens, try and get some extra height out there. as the Stags are going to have 1 second to try and get a final say in this third quarter. The inbound floated up to Grant, who shoots and scores. Very well done by the Stags there. The Cards had everyone in a one-on-one matchup, but they just floated it up to Grant. And even though she's 5'9", she was able to get her hands to the ball, get the shot off, score. She has 17 points, and it is a 5-point lead at the end of 3 for the Stags. The Cards with work to do in the final quarter.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Well, the Cardinals had to think that they were going to make a little bit of progress there on that quarter, but Dieterding and Dye fighting over a rebound gave 1 second left to Miege, which was enough for them to actually grow the gap. It was a 4-point gap at the start of this quarter, at the start of the previous quarter, and a 4-point gap at the end. A 4-point gap at the start of the quarter, 5-point gap at the end. Dieterding along the baseline gets it out to Brunkow, who's in the paint by herself, hesitates to get the defenders out of the way, but could not get her shot to go, and then McClinton gets that rebound. Cards cannot have these empty possessions anymore. There is no time for it. Grant at the top of the free-throw line, drives into the paint, and it goes out off the hands of Coulter. She made a good block there, but it'll stay a Miege ball with 22 seconds on the shot clock. The inbound floated into Grant, who's at the far wing. Miege not going to rush things, and why would they? McClinton gets a ball over the head of Dieterding, and now gets it back on the low post. Off the underside of the rim, no good. And we've got a foul there that favors the Cards. McClinton committing an offensive foul in the attempts to get her own rebound. She really should have converted it that first time. She is not a perfect shooter, but she has been able to create so many opportunities, especially grabbing her own rebound, that it has not mattered. She has been able to get a 13-point performance. Dieterding has it in the corner, gets it to Dye at the high post, who shoots and scores. If she could get on a hot streak, that could be the answer for the Cards, as all of a sudden they're back within 3. Miege not moving quickly. Singleton at the far wing, left wing, now gets it into LeMay, the top of the key. Back to Singleton, who's unguarded for 3. She drains it. That is not going to help the Cardinals' efforts, as once again a familiar feeling in this game. They are down by 4. Dieterding gets it to Brunkow, hesitates on the 3, drives to the basket against McClinton, can't get it to go. She was able to get it around McClinton, but I think that she put some really good pressure on Brunkow and forced a little bit of an off-balance shot. It did not go, and so more time will run. Miege have been consistent with this even when they were trailing. They were eating a lot of time off the clock, and so especially in the lead, they are going to run this clock down. Schweitzer has it at the top of the key, finds Singleton, a similar area to where she just scored from, but that one no good. They cannot get the rebound though. Miege holds on to it. Singleton gets it at the low post. McClinton gets it at the low post. She has 15 points, and Parker, with an upset face, will call another timeout. Cards now down by 8. They've trailed by as much as 9 and had brought it back within 3. But since having that lead at the end of 1, they have not been able to lead since. It has been all Miege to varying degrees. The Cardinals might be held shy of that 50-point mark, that we've said has been their magic number this year. They sit at 47. They sit at 39 compared to Miege's 47 here. Really got to get things going. You'd love to see a 3 or 2, whether that's going to be Lewis or Dieterding or anyone else. That would be very helpful. But the Cards just need to try and get a bit of an answer. Defensively, they have not been able to protect the paint the way they've been able to all season because of the way that the Stags are utilizing the height and the stature, the physicality of Jayla McClinton. They will start with the ball here. Brunkow inbounds it, floats it up to Coulter at midcourt. Lewis with it at the wing, behind the arc. LeMay in her face, not allowing her to get up for a shot at all. The passes back to Dye under real pressure. Dye gets to the low post, passes back out to Dieterding and draws a foul in the process of getting it back out to Dieterding, who did drain a 3, but it was well after the whistle. So a Cardinals inbound, a second team foul. We have not seen anyone go into the bonus in this game. The inbound finds Brunkow all by herself, sets her feet, shoots from 3, no good, and no one there to contest McClinton on the rebound. Grant takes her time. Driving to the far left wing. Now top of the arc. Behind the back dribble against Lewis. She floats it, scores. It's getting late here for the Cards as they're down 10. Lewis in the corner for 3. No good. The rebound is swiped away from Coulter, who had it for a second, but Grant ripped it from her hands. Every empty possession for the Cards feels like it could potentially lead to maybe them finding themselves stabbed with a dagger at some point. McClinton gets it in the paint, and it doesn't go. Meanwhile, Dye falls to the floor, and a foul will be called that will send McClinton to the line. Dye didn't step back up the whole time and comes up now with a bit of a limp, holding her left ankle. She really crashed hard to the floor. And meanwhile, McClinton will be sent to the free throw line here. And McClinton will put her team up to 50. A lot of work to do for the Cardinals and not much time to do it. McClinton, her second free throw does not go. Dieterding grabs the rebound. Cards need to move quickly here. Dieterding, top of the arc, trying to get a pick from Dye, does. Gets it to Lewis in the corner. Now approaching this left wing, and she will draw a foul, a third team foul. This one goes on Schweitzer. So the Cardinal inbound will come from Coulter when it does come with 4 minutes 20 left in this game. She floats it back to Dieterding in her own half. Now gets past midcourt, top of the arc. Shoots from the high post, and it rolls in. So the Cards get something back here. Dieterding up to 9 points. And the margin is 9 points. Brunkow with some aggressive defense on Grant, trying to force the issue. But Grant's number one priority is to slow this game down. Let it creep towards the head, but now she's going to shoot from 3, and it will not go. She just all of a sudden broke out of her slow state there. Went for a big shot there that gives the Cardinals a chance to make some progress back after they get the rebound. Dieterding with the high post shot goes in, nothing but net. She's got 11 now, and the difference is 7. That little passage of play going exactly how the Cardinals needed it to. Cards are going to apply full court press here on the inbound. Grant gets it. She's standing under her own basket. Brunkow matched up with her. Now at midcourt, Brunkow trying to find any opportunity to swipe at the ball, but Grant not presenting it to her. Now the top of the key in the wing. Hands it off to Singleton, who floats it to McClinton, who's at the low post, and shoots and scores. Timeout will be taken here with the Stags up 9. The Cards had made a bit of progress back there, but McClinton has felt inevitable ever since the second quarter of this game got going. It's going to be a full timeout here. Stags talking things over how they want to approach this final 3:12. They've got to be feeling pretty good about it. The Cardinals would need a lot to go their way. And at this point, I'm not sure. Well, I was going to say the hardest part is going to be forcing the empty possessions in a quick fashion. That's going to be what's difficult. And they also need to add on to that higher efficiency in terms of shooting, in terms of converting, than they have had all day, really. Second and third, second quarter on especially. They have just not been able to convert on a lot of shots that have been going for them all season long. And so they certainly need that to start going, because they need some points back. But on top of that, it's going to be a matter of getting the ball quickly out of Miege's hands, because the amount of time, the amount of possessions that the Cardinals need, they also need, they need time left to pull that off. So they need to not only stop Miege from scoring, but stop them from just chewing time off the clock as they try and bring this game to a halt and to an end, with them out on top, as they have been since they grabbed the lead early in the second quarter. Dieterding will inbound along the baseline to Brunkow, who is under no pressure from Miege. Gets it right back to Dieterding. Now strolls to half court. Dieterding asking for a pick from Brunkow, and will get it. Only half there, and now gets a second pick from her, and now it goes to Brunkow, who sets her feet for three. No good. And the rebound, Schweitzer comes up with it. Interesting. Oh, and Lewis! He steals it for the Cards in the paint, and one! What a play by Lewis! After the missed three from Brunkow, Schweitzer rebounded it, and she just was taking her sweet time on how she was going to get rid of the ball. So Lewis came from behind, swiped it away, and then scored through contact. That is a huge play there, and it could be a three-point play for the freshman who's got 12. Make it 13. Big play by the freshman. Stags on the inbound. Coulter applying pressure to LeMay. And she got a hand to the ball, but didn't get it away from LeMay, who now finds Schweitzer, who hands it off to Grant. And there's going to be a carry. The Cards take the ball back. A carry called on Mary Grant. All right, things are going their way thus far. Still a lot to go. A lot to do for the Cards. But they have the ball here. 2:40 to go. Coulter at midcourt. LeMay in her face. Coulter to the low post, and she just kind of lobbed it with the left hand. That was never going to go for her, and no one there to rebound it. Singleton now has it and gets it to Grant, who's going to slow this game down again. That possession going empty for the Cards feels very painful. They really needed to capitalize on that momentum, because Grant is going to take her time. Top of the three-point arc. Now to the wing, into the corner for Singleton, who shoots from three. Off the back of the rim, no good, but Schweitzer with the rebound. Lewis was there, but couldn't get it. And so they will slow things down again, because it nicked the rim. So they get to chew even more time off the clock. Grant matched up with Coulter. She fakes that she's going to try and dribble around her, but you know she's not. She is hesitating, taking her time. Now Dieterding applies pressure and fouls. It's only the second team foul on Eudora. And it's the fourth against Dieterding. She's going to need to tread lightly. Inbound finds Grant. Brunkow reaches for the ball but can't get it. A minute 30 to go here. Grant continues to pretend like she's going to try and dribble around Brunkow, but you know she just wants to chew clock, dribble backwards. In no hurry here. Still just prodding, playing like she's going to go and pass Brunkow, and then a timeout will be called by Coach Allen after they had 11 seconds left on the shot clock. A minute 19 to go, still in their possession. Cards had things going their way about a minute ago, but then they had an empty possession, and just as I said, Bishop Miege is, all they're doing right now is running the clock. They want to get to the end of this game. They're trying to cross the finish line, which does mean that they're not really trying to shoot. So if the Cardinals can maybe intercept a pass or swipe it away, they might have a chance to score. And we've seen the Cards be so good at intercepting passes all year, but Miege aren't passing. It is just Grant holding onto the ball, dribbling, pretending like she's going to dribble right or dribble left, but she's not, or drive right or drive left, but she is not interested in actually going anywhere. And so there's no pass to intercept. All you can do is try and reach in against her, but she has good handles on the ball. And the Cards with only 2 fouls at this point, they might have to think about just fouling, but that's going to take a lot of time itself. So the Cards in a really difficult spot here, but only down by 6. Certainly, if a couple things went their way, they could do this. But Miege are going to try and just limit the number of opportunities for the defense to swipe things, for the offense to score. It is a dangerous strategy, certainly, because they're not attacking by trying to put points up on the board, but it seems like it might work for them. They are comfortable to try and win this game close over the Cards. The inbound to Singleton, hands it back to Grant. Lewis reaching in against her. She dribbles to the right wing, gets it back to Singleton. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Grant from 3. Oh my word, she hits it. That feels like that might do it. That was a really long three-pointer there for Grant that was forced out of necessity. Dieterding comes back with one of her own and airballs it, and McClinton rebounds. Feels like that is going to do it here. A 9-point gap with 50 seconds. Likely to be too much for the Cards. Grant continuing to eat clock. Hands it off to LeMay, and now McClinton, who will be fouled by Dye at midcourt. That shot from Grant, very likely to be the dagger here. It was, she really was not expecting it necessarily, or it wasn't what they wanted to do. She was just wanting to chew every second possible, but then also hit a massive 3 to put her at 22 points in this game. Just ridiculous. Miege fans taunting the Cardinals support here, as it looks like their season will meet the same end that it did last year. And unfortunately, how many a Cardinals season has ended, which is at the hands of the Bishop Miege Stags. Avery Warren will check back in for these last 41 seconds of her senior season with the Cards. Dieterding will be the one to come out. I think she fouled out, in fact. She did. Bryn Dieterding committed her 5th foul, and her day is done. Warren, her replacement, and it also sends Miege into the bonus here. So this will be the end of the Cardinals season. Unfortunately, a familiar taste in their mouths, as the Bishop Miege Stags, a 6-seeded team, will be only the 4th team to get the better of the Cardinals this year, but it will bring an end to their season in the state quarterfinals. The free throw from Singleton goes. Just for good measure here, they're not really putting much pressure on anymore. Dye will shoot against Singleton and score. And then a timeout called by Coach Parker. I think he's seen the life really leave his team, and he wants to try and talk things over with them, maybe at least reframe how they think about these final 33 seconds. But it is a painful end for the Cards. Certainly a winnable game, but they just did not have an answer for Singleton, and that was costly. And it was a smart idea by Miege to minimize the amount of times that they passed the ball, because that has been where the Cardinals have been able to swipe possessions over and over again all season long and create opportunities offensively, but they just didn't pass it. They held on to the ball, they played clean enough basketball, they scored enough points, and it was a solid strategy by Coach Mike Allen and his Miege team, and they executed it well enough to get the better of the Cards. They led after 1, but they haven't led since, and they won't lead again here. And a fantastic year, an undefeated Frontier League championship season, a sub-state championship season, will come to a bitter end here. I don't know if you might consider this better or worse than last year when they lost to Miege by 34 at this stage in a similarly great season. Sometimes it hurts more to lose a game that's close, a game that you could have won. But it is going to be the end of a phenomenal Eudora Lady Cardinals season. They will not be able to get the better of Miege. The inbound finds Grant. Brunkow looks like she's trying to foul, and finally will get the foul called, and it is now with them in the bonus. it will send Grant to the line, who gets serenaded with MVP chants from her student section. And she has put up 22 points tonight, definitely the leader of things. I think that McClinton has really been the difference for them, but Grant certainly is the leader of this squad. She gets everything in line, everything runs through her. She's the quarterback for this team. So she is worthy of appreciation. And who am I to take away from what is now a 23-point performance for her? She got both free throws to go. Peyton Lewis from the wing shoots the three, no good, air ball. Brunkow slaps to try and keep it in bounds, but they say that it was out before she got to it. Cards gonna fight to the bitter end here, but it will be an unsweet taste in their mouths. And something, I think that Grant stepped inbounds on that inbound before she got rid of the ball, so it's a giveaway to the Cardinals. Brunkow will launch this one into somebody. McClinton standing in her face, not going to make it easy, and she runs out of time, or no, yes. Coach Parker was about to call a timeout, but didn't get it off in time. So after the violation from Miege, a time violation from Eudora, gives the inbound back to the Stags. And it goes to who else? McClinton, who floats it up to Schweitzer. And now the Stags not even attacking the basket when the Cardinals roll out the red carpet for them. They just want to get to the end of this game, but Brunkow will foul. So Grant goes back to the line. She could hit 25 points if she converts either one. There was a shift in that second quarter of this game. The Stags grew into it. They found out how they were going to attack the Cards, but really they had a good plan from the get-go. It was going to be minimizing how often they passed the ball and then trying to float it up to the 6'1" McClinton in the paint, and those things did click for the Stags. And now the Cards will send out Mulvihill, Owens, and Sarber. Take the place of Lewis, Dye, and Avery Warren. And in fact, they also said everybody from the bench. Kylie Bourne also comes in, and Marley Folks. Warren, understandably, comes off in tears, gives a hug to her coaches and her assistant coaches. The end of her Cardinals career. It's a tough way for it to end, but I have no doubt that in the weeks, months, and years and lifetime to come that she will look back at this season as a beautiful memory. A fantastic year for the Cards. They won multiple championships, multiple banners will be hung as Sarber pulls up from three, goes no good. There will be a lot of good memories for the Cards, but tonight might not necessarily be one of them, as they do find themselves eliminated once again by Bishop Miege. Unfortunately, a familiar story across many a Cardinals sport, and it's a repeat of last year. The Cards not able to get past the Stags. So a fantastic year, a 21-4 record across 25 games this year. The ladies presented us with some really great basketball, a fantastic team that will only get better as time goes on. But there are tears out there for the Cards, especially from Avery Warren. It's a tough way for the season to end. Here is just a winnable game that they could not get it done. I will go ahead and send you guys to a break, and we will wrap this game up and the season up as the Cards fall here to the Bishop Miege Stags, 61-48.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Are you looking for
All right, welcome back in here to the post-game show here on Eudora Sports Live. A tough end here to the Lady Cardinals season. A fantastic year for them has come to an end. But man, what a time it was. What a privilege to get to bring this season to you. Let's get going here on our post-game show, as I need to actually get out of here soon. But our post-game show from Eudora Animal Hospital. For 40 years, Eudora Animal Hospital has been caring for pets and livestock with fair pricing, trusted service, and compassionate care. Pet owners from across the region trust their four-legged friends to Eudora Animal Hospital. To learn more, visit eudoravet.com. It's going to be a bit of a shorter one, unfortunately. I'd love to really talk about this full season, but they've got other games going on here in the gym, so I can't take up too long. But man, what a year for the Cardinals. A fantastic season. I said it a bit already during that game. The Frontier League Championship, really, and back-to-back undefeated Frontier League Championships is something that is unbelievable in the history of the Cards.
What's that? Is this the school's or is
this is mine.
Okay. Is there the school have anything here?
1 second.
Oh, it must be that guy.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
Yep, you're good. Sorry, figuring stuff out here as this table is being hotly fought over. So a really, really special year for the Cardinals. Don't need to remind you again, but just how fantastic they have been. It's been such a privilege to get to bring this whole season to you. It's a tough way for it to end. A winnable game, like I said, it's up to you whether you'd rather lose by 34 or lose by 13, but in a game that was a lot closer for a long time. For which one's better, because that's how things ended last year at the hands of Miege. But this was certainly winnable, whereas maybe last year it might have been a different story. The Cards, the Stags just came in with a great strategy, and they executed it very, very well. So things did not go for the Cards. I'll give you some point tallies here. I think I'm a couple short on the Miege end, but you got my unofficial scores here. Peyton Lewis with 13, Dieterding with 11, Ava Dye with 18, Jayla Coulter with 6. So just those 4 scorers for the Cards. Finley LeMay for Miege with 8, Scarlett Singleton with 6, Mary Grant with 25, Jayla McClinton with 18 for the Stags. So a really strong performance. Grant and McClinton leading the scoring and leading the game for the Stags, leading the strategy and the effectiveness and the plan and the execution that was able to get them their 18th win on the year and see the 6th seed upset the Cards. That's just how it goes every year with Miege, with the schedules that they play, that technically they come in with a lower seed and a worse record than maybe they deserve or they would have if they played a similar schedule to Eudora. But the Cards with a phenomenal year, only losing 4 games all season, but this one will hurt. It'll sting for a while, but then they will be able to look back at this season and smile, I have no doubt. A fantastic year, and so many players will be returning. Only one graduate, Avery Warren, who will be going on to run track at Baker. She was in tears, and she was not the only one for the Cards, and completely understandable to be sad the way that this comes to an end, but special memories were made this season. So I'm going to say a thank you to everybody that I can remember. This certainly is not going to be a comprehensive list, but thank you to, of course, Hayden Harves, Kevin McAvoy, Dylan Funk, BJ Harris, Kara Kimberlin, Aaron Feely, Ryan Hilmer, Lisa Moffitt, Drake Bartmus, everyone at Eudora High School, and of course our sponsors and you, our viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in all year long. Such an honor and a privilege to be a part of Eudora. I have fallen in love with Eudora, Kansas, and it's been such an awesome experience to get to bring this season specifically to you. These ladies have been amazing all year long. It comes to a tough end, but great memories were made along the way. Thank you so much for tuning in all season long. I have been Reed McAvoy. It has been just an absolute honor and a privilege. Go Cardinals, and have a good spring, I suppose. I'll see you back tomorrow here for the boys. I guess I should have talked about that here before I get out. There will be boys tomorrow. It'll be audio only once again, but I will be back for that one. It'll be just me once again. Try and struggle through the radio style broadcast. Apologies if I don't paint the clearest picture for you. I'm trying my best here, but thank you so much once again for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow. Go Cardinals. Have a good spring.
From the gridiron to the hard court, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at Varsity Sports Live.